the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars. The history of Europe took a sudden and defining turn in the 1790s. The French Revolution emerged as a monumental event, reshaping the world's future through intense conflict. This significant upheaval introduced a radical era that transformed many lives, albeit at a high cost. Regarded as one of the bloodiest periods in history, the French Revolution laid the groundwork for numerous large-scale conflicts, known collectively as the Napoleonic Wars, which lasted from 1803 to 1815. These wars, marked by their brutal nature, magnitude, and catastrophic loss of life, demonstrated that significant historical changes are often unforgiving and violent. The late 1700s were tumultuous in France. The Ancien Regime, as the French monarchy was known, had ruled for centuries but was failing in key aspects by the 1780s. This monarchy had become immensely unpopular among the common people and was widely despised. Despite being one of the largest and wealthiest nations in Europe, France was suffering from severe economic difficulties. The nation's wealth was largely reserved for the nobility and the royal court, leading the majority of the population to endure social inequality, high taxes, and a lack of rights. The peasants, making up the lowest class, were particularly discontent, and even the middle-class bourgeoisie faced pressure from excessive taxation. This inequality could not persist indefinitely. The Ancien Regime and the nobility grew more hated each day, facing opposition from the entire French populace. The crisis deepened when France could no longer finance its mounting government debt, leading to significant economic depression, widespread unemployment, high food prices, and evident public discontent. King Louis XVI and his nobles faced an uncontrollable crisis. In 1789, this crisis erupted, marking the start of the French Revolution. For the next decade, France descended into chaos and bloodshed as its poor citizens rose against the monarchy. By 1792, the monarchy was abolished, ending centuries of noble rule. The First French Republic was declared on September 22, 1792. The following year, ex-King Louis XVI was executed by guillotine, marking a revolutionary change in European history, though it was born from chaos. Another key figure to emerge from the revolution was Napoleon Bonaparte. A native of Corsica, Napoleon, the son of minor Italian nobles, quickly rose through military ranks due to his ambitious character, becoming a leading figure of the revolution. Marked by an insatiable thirst for power, Napoleon established a military dictatorship from the revolutionary turmoil, aiming to revive France. This period saw the birth of democracy and social equality in Europe, changes that required significant struggle. In record time, Napoleon achieved remarkable feats, stabilizing France's economy, creating a strong bureaucratic system, and building a powerful standing army. Post-revolution, Europe experienced a series of changes that created a complex socio-political landscape. New alliances formed among the world's foremost powers, and tensions continually rose. The power dynamics of major European states shifted, and the region became critically unstable as relations rapidly deteriorated. From 1803 to 1815, alliances frequently shifted, with allies often becoming enemies. In the East, Russia steadily grew in power, expanding its borders through conflicts with Turkey and Poland. Prussia and the Austrian Empire formed a strong alliance, while the United Kingdom and France were locked in an economic stalemate. This instability set the stage for a massive war. Most major powers viewed Napoleon's rise and French expansion as threats to the international system and their interests. Alarmed by Napoleon's threat to their overseas colonies, the British declared war on France in 1803. 2 years later, Russia and Austria formed the Third Coalition to defeat Napoleon, leading to the first significant clashes of the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon, a military genius, quickly demonstrated his strategic prowess. In October 1805, he trapped an entire Austrian army during the Ulm campaign. In December, he decisively defeated a large Russo-Austrian army at the Battle of Austerlitz, solidifying his reputation as one of history's greatest military commanders. Despite this, 1805 also brought a significant setback for France when their fleet was crushed at the Battle of Trafalgar by the British under Admiral Lord Nelson. This defeat ended Napoleon's hopes of invading Britain. With the Third Coalition defeated, France continued to grow in power, prompting the formation of the Fourth Coalition, including Sweden, Saxony, Russia, Prussia, and Britain. However, even this powerful alliance could not stop Napoleon, who crushed the armies of Saxony and Prussia in the battles of Jena and Auerstedt on October 14, 1806, leading to France's occupation of these territories. In June 1807, the Russians faced a devastating defeat at the bloody Battle of Friedland, where Napoleon inflicted nearly 40,000 casualties. This loss caused the rapid collapse of the Fourth Coalition and led to a temporary peace with Napoleon. Meanwhile, France turned its attention southward. The Spanish populace opposed Napoleon occupation, leading to the Dos de Mayo uprising, which escalated into the Peninsular War. This conflict drew Britain and Portugal into a bitter struggle against France over the Iberian Peninsula, lasting until 1814. The fragile peace following the Fourth Coalition's dissolution quickly crumbled. In 189, hostilities resumed with the formation of the Fifth Coalition, led by Austria. Although poorly prepared, this coalition soon challenged Napoleon's dominance. On May 22, 1809, at the Battle of Ospern-Essling, Austrian Archduke Charles secured a stunning victory over Napoleon, marking his first defeat in over a decade. However, Napoleon swiftly recovered and achieved a decisive victory at the Battle of Wagram in July, ending the Fifth Coalition. Soon, Napoleon took a significant risk by launching a massive invasion of Russia in 1812, assembling one of the largest invasion forces in military history. The French aimed to subdue the might of Imperial Russia. However, they underestimated the challenge. After crucial battles at Smolensk and Borodino, Napoleon reached Moscow only to find it abandoned. The harsh Russian winter forced the French into a devastating retreat, nearly destroying Napoleon's army with unprecedented casualties. Historians widely agree that this marked the turning point for Napoleon. His once formidable army was halved and severely weakened, prompting his enemies to form the Sixth Coalition. This coalition ultimately defeated Napoleon after a fierce campaign and a major victory at Leipzig. By March 1814, Paris fell, and Napoleon was exiled to the island of Elba. However, Napoleon's story did not end there. In February 1815, he made a daring escape from Elba and regained control of France, resuming the war. The Seventh Coalition was quickly formed against him and delivered a decisive defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in June 1815. This time, Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of Saint Helena, where he remained in captivity until his death 6 years later.